There's so much controversy now with the work that is produced with AI because it's a remix of a remix of a remix.
This is a difficult one because there's no real general consensus yet on like what is unethical and what is ethical. I guess this is all going to get argued in the courts.
Well, the New York Times is taking OpenAI and Microsoft to court. It's filing a federal lawsuit today against the maker of ChatGPT over copyright infringement. The Times says that millions of articles published in the paper were used to train automated chatbots that now compete with it as a source of reliable information.
So I think as long as you do this for your exploration and testing different approaches and techniques, I think it's fine.
Well, I don't care about emulating other people's work. I want to do something different, something original, something mine.
It's kind of unavoidable without AI to emulate people. I think, you know, if I was talented enough to draw, I would be trying to emulate works that I liked. I think that's just kind of what anyone does, really. If anything, I'm not, with the work I do, I'm always very clear that I'm, you know, paying homage to the artist.
So how do you think that we process through all of this?
I'm not sure. I think that's why we needed to broaden the conversation. That's why I'm the only AI CEO that signed both of the letters saying we need to take a pause and broaden this. Because as an example, you mentioned...
And broaden this?
Broaden the discussion.
Get more people involved.
We need to get more people involved. We need more points of view because this affects us all. It shouldn't just be a few tech CEOs that control this. And you shouldn't have to trust that we do the right thing.
I'm paying homage to Yoji Shinkawa for his style of work and using that as a reference because it's something that I really like. But obviously he's not going to, you know, just create stuff on demand for me. But with this, I can, you know, see the world in more of his vision. And I think that's a really positive thing.
I personally try not to use artist names. I like to use the describe function in Midjourney, as well as kind of using ChatGPT or Perplexity to find out kind of the definition of a style or kind of breaking down an artist's work instead of just using their name.
Machines been trained with data from the work that all the artists have produced, so there's already some concern about the originality of the work. So personally, I don't prompt any artist name in my work. I look to other references that fit my creativity. Anybody can do whatever they want. Personally, I don't.
How do I feel about using another illustrator's style? For the moment, until I change my mind, I don't really have much of a problem with it because you're not really just copying their work. It's not like a like-for-like copy. It's just very, very similar in style. And I think the line between copyright infringement and outright just, you know, new work, I think is very, very thin. But you got to be careful because Midjourney images now are so close to the original that really you have to go and have a quick check and make sure you're not copying their work.
You learn a lot with mixing different existing styles of famous artists, but in my opinion, when your prompting gets better and your knowledge grows, emulation is not that necessary.
I don't know, I don't feel it. I feel like this is about me, like it's my stories, you know? So why would I want to create a story that's already been written or create a painting that's already been made, you know?
I'm sure there are shortcuts there, but I am sometimes just not well versed enough about some of these artists or writers to know if I'm like stepping on their toes or not.
There's got to be some sort of new system come out that helps you verify how much have I just copied the original artist's work, how the photographer, the writer even. Because there's been some issues in the New York Times recently where ChatGPT has been spitting out content from the New York Times. Now, ChatGPT, OpenAI, they have been saying that, you know, we're not outright just copying it. We are sourcing our text from other places. But then the copies of the New York Times articles can also be somewhere else. So
famous art styles in AI works I just find it lazy. We can do better.
I mean, of course, like we take inspiration, like we all do, but I think like expression comes from something we add to it. Like it's self-expression. That's what art is at the very basis for me. So just copying and doing something someone already did, I don't know. I don't feel it. It doesn't really give me any feeling of like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's more of a learning experience, if anything. And that's also very good. Like I have learned a lot by copying other people from being inspired by other people. But in the end, like it's not really something of mine. Truly, you know,
you can't just copy like for like. That's clear infringement. I think OpenAI should get a penalty for that, because that is copyright infringement. If they're just copying it like for like, that's bad. But if it's nuanced and there's a rewrite and there's a different opinion in there and it's a combination of two other articles making one final article, I think that's where the line is. Anything less than that, I think it's copyright infringement.
So for me, just creating something that comes from me, that's what it is. And like getting inspired by other people, yeah, for sure, we all do it. Like the world is amazing, humans are amazing, we create amazing things, you know. And I really hope that like my creations inspire others as well. Like that's for me like a really nice feeling.
Oh, hey guys, it's James here. I hope you enjoyed that whichever episode of Expert Roundup it was. If you're interested in being in any of these in the future, please message me. If you know anyone else that would probably benefit from being in one of these videos, you know, please tag them in here. It helps the post as well. If you have any questions for future roundups, please put them in the comments, because I came up with these all on my own. You know, I only asked a few people, I didn't ask the community. So if you're interested in having questions answered in the future, please put them in the comments below. And until next time, I shall speak to you soon. Bye.